Well, a happy Sunday morning to everyone. And I want to talk about the 10 worst foods that you can eat today. And this came from a Dr. Ekberg video, whom I like. I like Dr. Ekberg. I don't necessarily agree with all of his information, but he is clinical. He definitely has like a lot of followers. He definitely has a lot of patients whom he sees. So his information is really good, and he should have a little banner that says he's a practicing physician, etc. But of course, the censors that be, well, they don't really like his message because it doesn't conform with the get sick, take medicine model. But aside, let's go ahead and talk about these 10. The first would be condiments, okay? Things that you put on your food. And I want you to notice a recurring theme here. And the condiments are almost always laden with sugar and an extremely long list of chemicals. So if you can make your own condiments, that would be better. You can use butter and egg to make your own mayonnaises, and then you can season them with vinegar, salt, and other seasonings, ground up, for example, dill or pepper, obviously. The second one on here is soup. Dr. Saiba says it's probably not the best idea to drink your calories. Now, soup is vast, okay? I would consider chile con carne in Mexico a soup. It's meat and it's mixed with a chili sauce, which is completely ketovore. There's a little bit of plant in there for seasoning, but most of it's meat and broth. Okay, so those would be fine. But if you're talking about canned soups, you have to look at the sugar and you have to look at what they add to the soups in order to give you, a better flavor profile. The third thing would be fruit. I have heard it said that there's no fruit in existence today in the stores that existed 150 years ago or so. It's all been modified, it's all been sweetened. Give you a quick story. I used to eat natural pineapples that I could get here in Mexico. And now all they can find in the main farmers markets are these piña de miel. It's literally honey pineapple. They have found a way to sweeten it, and I don't eat pineapple anymore. If I can get a natural one, I love pineapple. I actually like it. I mix it with some lime, salt, and chili, and it's one of the most delicious things in the world. And it's fibrous, and it should scald your tongue, which means it'll kind of, you feel like, oh my God, I kind of lost a little taste on the middle there because of the acid, because of the raspy fiber, but the flavor for me was always amazingly wonderful. But fruit, again, contains sugar and fructose. They don't sound the same because somebody just figured it out. It's fruit contains a lot of fructose, and the liver takes a huge hit in fructose, where the glucose portion of the fruit can be used by the cells in the body. Of course, it'll spike insulin depending on when you eat the fruit. You should eat it at the end of your meal. I don't eat much fruit at all. I will eat strawberries, and that's about it. Grains, absolutely not. Never. Don't even bother. Don't go there. Not interested. Grains are tortillas, bread. All right, let's just talk about the carriers for a moment. You can make a very interesting thing called cloud bread if you must have it. I've been using it lately on my hamburgers. It's cream cheese and eggs, period. I mean, that's it, cream cheese and eggs. And there's a way to go ahead and bake it, and it turns into a pretty pliable, and it's porous, so you want to be careful with how much liquid comes out of your burger, for example. But it's super good for you. Grains are also rice. No horrible things. And let me go ahead and just add legumes to this. Let me add beans and lentils and such. Guys, they're just not really good foods for the human being. And you can do your own reviews on that. That's up to you, obviously. The next one is ice cream. Okay, so We're on number 5 here. We're halfway through. Ice cream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ice cream. It's got sugar and fat. All right. So when people say, "Oh, the fatty foods are what's harming you or giving you diabetes," no, guys. It's the sugar portion that's giving you the diabetes. Because when you eat fat and sugar, the body has to deal with the sugar for about the next hour or two. And if you're sick, if you're metabolically ill, that could be 5 or 6 hours. And then you have all this fat, and the body's just going to go ahead and pack that on. So ice cream's pretty bad. Cereal. Oh, look into the history of cereal. Look into especially a gentleman named Kellogg. If it doesn't scare the hell out of you, and you stop eating cereal for that reason, well, I don't know. To each his own, but cereal is an absolutely horrific thing to eat at any time of the day, especially the first chunk of anything you put in your body within minutes of waking. Oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day is absolute BS. It is not the most important meal of the day. Breaking your fast is the most important meal of the day, but it's not in the morning. I woke up at 7, just popped awake because the sun came up. And I haven't even drunk my coffee yet. I figured out, knocked the video out. And I won't eat today for another, it's 8 o'clock. You just heard it. If you want to review back and listen to my beautiful clock, I love the thing. It's like 130 years old. It's just wonderful. But I won't eat for another 5 or 6 hours. My liver is feeding me right now. I'm peppy. I was out. I did my morning errands already. Life's good. All right, the next one on the list, number 7, candy. Oh, do we even need to go there, guys? I mean, does anyone really not think candy is a nutritious food? I mean, it's not a nutritious food. After candy, we're going to number 8 here, mixed drinks. Alcohol's bad enough, all right? Again, ever since starting keto, I haven't even had the desire to so much as even look at an alcoholic drink. I've never been really into alcohol anyway. I was that 12-year-old kid that tried to save my grandfather's life by literally going into bars around the neighborhood and asking him not to serve him. I would show him his picture and say, "He's an alcoholic, please don't show him." I mean, it's like, oh my God. My dad never really drank much. None of his brothers drank much. No one in the family really drank much. And even in Mexico, I notice lately, folks just aren't drinking that much anymore. Good. Alcohol's horrible. And when you mix them with some sugary, syrupy anything, now you just blow your liver to hell. Just blow it to hell. You have it trying to manage the alcohol, and now it's got to deal with a bunch of fructose. No, ixnay on the alcohol, nay. No way, guys, all right? Number 9 would be pastries. Pastries are the same reason ice cream's bad. And it's like adding grain to ice cream, all right? So you have the fat, you have the sugar, and you have the grains. The grains are going to be broken down into sugar. The sugar is obviously going to be there and immediately available. And the fat's just going to be kind of hanging out until your body gets finished managing all the sugar, and it's just going to make you fat. If you wanted actually the fattening most food that I can offer you, I would say just eat a bunch of grains and mix it with a bunch of sugar and fat, and you'll get fat. You'll get fat real quick, all right? And all the exercise in the world ain't gonna help you. I know you've heard it said by now, if you're in the space, you can't outrun a bad diet. That's absolutely true. The last thing would be soda. Number 10, Wahoo soda. Soda's horrific. It's liquid fructose. In fact, if I had the choice and somebody forced me, you can drink a shot of tequila or a shot of Coca-Cola. I'm just mentioning the biggest brand in Mexico because I'm actually kind of mad at them. They used to have sugar, literal just sugar. They didn't put out high fructose corn syrup in the stuff. This was probably 15 years ago. I did like Mexican Cokes. I loved them. And today I would have maybe mixed a little bit of the bottle after the carbonation had come out. Now I have this syrup mixed with water, essentially. And I would have poured it into some carbonated water, some mineral water, just a little, just for some flavor. Because I'm carnivore now, my tongue is so receptive to flavors. I wouldn't need maybe a couple of drops per shot of the carbonated water. And I do use Topo Chico, which is a Coca-Cola product. So I don't have issues with companies. Laissez-faire, caveat emptor, figure it out. But now they add sucrose to it, sucralose or whatever. Sucralose. No. Yeah, I'm done. I'm really done. So sodas are essentially liquid poison. So tequila or a shot, a fluid ounce of soda, I'll take the tequila every time. It's distilled, the alcohol hits, does what it's going to do. My brain actually metabolizes 10% of it. So, but that soda, that goes straight to the liver. That's a direct hit. That's like, boom, yeah, it's just blow that liver up, guys. So there you have your 10 foods that I wouldn't put in my body. So let's really quick. Condiments, soup, fruit, grain, ice cream, cereal, candy, mixed drinks, pastries, and sodas. There you have it, guys. So you have a great Sunday, have a great week, and we'll chat with you on the next one. Be well.